Now look upon this idiot right here. So this person, first thing first, fried jerk. Pick one. Pick one. You either fried or you jerk. You know how do two of them. Jerk is different from fried. When you fry, you fry. When you jerk, you jerk. Anyway, me did have to Google search this because I never hear about tuna before. Me know tuna, but not tuna. Like, me not understand what is tuna. And next thing to me, never see jerk tuna in my life. Like, me don't know how you jerk the tuna. And by the way, what is tuna? Explain. What you do? Put it in your mouth, chew it up, and then spit it out in the frying pan. That's why you call it tuna, because you chew it up. Don't get me wrong, me dyslexic. But it look like you have a dyslexic phone. Look like spell check even quit par you. So no, me done with you. You idiot. Me done with you. Then she
Torres, we put out one
hot pepper sauce. Listen, I don't agree with that. Me don't know what that look like diarrhea. That look like doo-doo.
Put out one project already, right? Okay, yeah. Part of the movement, and then what he's doing with his PR stuff, and it's been incredible, like, feedback and reaction, and Torres can speak on it more as far as the artist, but, you know, he's creating other platforms too, you know what I'm saying, like a digital mixtape, because mixtapes back in the day was the hottest thing. You get on the right mixtape, you can pop off of that, so we're trying to create that same kind of aura, that same kind of atmosphere where you get on this digital mixtape and, you know, whatever support we can do, we got the artist, you know what I'm saying. As long as that same energy and support is returned, I think, you know, as we work together, it's gonna blow up.
I appreciate you being part of the show.
Of course.
Thank you so much. You know what it is. Anything's come out on SoFocusMedia.com. We out of here. Let's get it. Yeah.
Peace.
What's up? What's up? Welcome back. Welcome back to another episode, Quality Time TV. Hold on, let me make sure everybody's here. Lord, you here, bro?
I'm here, Brody. What's up? What's up? What's up? We here. Quality Time TV. It's another episode. It's your boy, Lord Deem. How you doing? We got a special I'm not gonna do that today. I'm gonna control myself. I'm gonna compose myself. But we got a special guest today. Introduce yourself, my mans.
What's going on, everybody? It's number one PRJ Torres, reporting live here from LA, Long Island, New York. CEO of 1PR Incorporated, and also Baby Oil King off that BET Grand Hustle Season 1. Salute.
Word.
Yes.
Word, man. Yo, thank you so much for coming on the show, by the way, man. I really appreciate it.
Man, thank you, man. I appreciate it, man. Ever since me and you, Deem, at Black Caviar, bro, and just the vibes that we got, I already knew we was going to kick it and make some major moves. So I appreciate you for having me.
Absolutely, man. We did some stuff out at South by too. Shout out to that, man. We streamed your event that you had going on out there. It was a great event too, and we interviewed a couple of your artists too, right?
Absolutely. So you guys were live streaming, for Quality Time at POW TV at Peckerheads on 6. That's my guy. And then after that, I was doing a little PR run with my homies. You know what I'm saying? Wolfpack, La Familia, representing Northside, Houston, Texas. So shout out to the whole movement. You know what I'm saying?
Dope. Oh, I think we got a little feedback. We good?
Yeah, we straight.
Okay, cool.
All right.
And yo, shout out everybody that's in the chat, tuned in. I see all of y'all right now. Moving forward, what's up? Red Moon Chan, I see you. Thanks for tuning in again. Julian the God, what's up, man?
Hey.
The ex-chairman, what's going on, bro? Equinox, what's good, bro? I see you. Newborn, back again. Speaking, Miss Cece, I see you too. Speaking of Newborn, man, we got to go into the top participants from last week, right? We got to go into our little shout outs, man. So I want to give a quick shout out to all of our top participants from last week's episode. We got King African.
Haters.
Anyways, besides the point, Face Mob was good, bro. What up, Face?
Yes. Wolfpack, La Familia, Face Mob.
Word. Let's get into these topics, though, man. We got a lot to talk about tonight, and I see everybody in the chat's looking forward to the topics, too. So the first thing I want to put up is this post that that happened with Ant Bill. He's an artist and producer, I believe. And he's also another person whose music is being hostage by the label. It says, I wish I could drop music, but I can't. I wish I could drop the Sunshine video, but I can't. I'm in a fucked up situation similar to Uzi. I appreciate my true fans and supporters for staying patient and having my back while the situation gets sorted out. Hashtag free Aunt Bill. Now, I didn't get the post. I don't know, Lord, did you get that? Did you get that post up with Africa?
Africa, yeah.
Yeah, you got it up. You wanna read that real quick for the people?
Hold up real quick, Brody. Now, you already know Africa always be having the insights, you feel me? So he say niggas be trying to shit on everyone by signing their life away and flex and shit, then want us to have sympathy when they realize they on the back end they got robbed. Recoup your bread first, niggas. Like, honestly, I feel you 1,000% on that, Africa, because a lot of times these niggas will get the advance and like they feel like it's fucking Christmas, but it's Christmas 365. You feel me? And you got to be smart with your bread. Like, just like if you got some investment money, you're not gonna blow the whole shit. You feel me? You gotta move smart with that shit, because if you spend it all in one area on something stupid that depreciates, you're gonna end up fucked. And one thing my booking agent told me, he was like, a lot of times, like the people that they call one-hit wonders, it's not that they one-hit wonders, it's just they got their advance, they blew the fucking bag, and then they didn't have the bread to do their next project, and the label wasn't fucking with them, so they couldn't put out any other music, you feel me, any other art. So it's an art too, I guess, blowing the bag. You feel me? You got to know how to do it, because if you're not recouping, what you gonna do?
It's investments at the end of the day. I mean, Torres, what you think, man? Do you think it's how do you think they should be spending their money?
Oh man, I mean, this is a very broad topic, so I could try to kind of minimize this line by line. So it's unfortunate because, like, what do? You give a kid that's, you know, out of the hood or from the project, whatever, that don't really got nothing, that came up, you know, maybe not had a father figure, came up or public assistance. All of a sudden, you give him a check for $250 and say, "Oh, here, go, you know, do something with that." A lot of these kids, a lot of these artists, unfortunately, you know, they may not have been properly educated on money management, or have the proper team around them that have, you know, the proper mindset to help them go in the right direction and help them utilize those funds accordingly. You know what I mean? Because they want to keep up with the Joneses. So obviously they got to go buy a new whip. They got to go buy a wardrobe. They got to hold down the entourage. They got to go buy some ice. By the time you look at it, before you even have enough money for your studio time or recording engineering, you already blew the bag. So a lot of it stems from the lack of education when it comes to money management from a young age. So that's just one, you know, from one end of the spectrum. On top of that, the way the labels are set up, they make it so you could be in a situation where it's not recoupable, because they'll lend you $250 but expect back $375. You know, the surcharges, interest rates that they accumulate throughout that time period is so much more. So in essence, like, you know, like Jadakiss said on why does the game keep the artist in debt? Because that's the way it's set up. You know what I mean? Because if not, there's litigation, there's lawsuits, whatever. So that's part of the game. They want you to be in debt. You know what I mean? That's why a lot of artists, like you said, quote unquote, maybe one-hit wonders, but not have the funds to go to the next thing. So it boils down to the lack of education, money management, the people surrounding them, and also the type of situation they get involved in with the labels.
Those are some good points right there that you brought up. I agree 100%. I just want to go to the chat real quick because it's definitely going off. The extra says, if the label's backing you, why flex? The label will make your image hot. It's not your responsibility. I mean, I think that's a double-edged sword, because they're giving you the money too to say, all right, you need to create that image.
I've been trying to keep a brave face around.
I think that works. It works two different ways, but you shouldn't just go out and start spending $100,000 on the chain right away. There's a lot of other options that you can do to still portray that image instead of putting a house around your neck.
Correct. Yo, you know the crazy thing, simple, like you saying, you could just buy a Rolex, bro, and not no bust down shit, like just a simple Rolex, like some shit that's gonna appreciate or hold its value, like or throw that shit into metal, something. Like, there's so many ways to get chicken out here, and niggas just, I don't know, they narrow minded, which is a sad thing. And honestly, I don't know if it's all their fault though, because it's up to the OGs to teach them, because the OGs done went through this, so they supposed to know. And when they see people fucking up, they supposed to reach back. But then it's like, are they accepting of the advice, or is it just niggas ain't reaching back? And you see that, I like I said, I see it happening now, and I always mention Jay. You see Jay just reached out to Uzi to try to help him out with his
that situation.
You feel me? With his legal trouble. So it's like now I guess the game is starting to wake up to the fact that like we need to stick together to get through this shit, because it's set up for all of us to fail. Like if one of us make it, it's cool and all, but they still want you to fail, nigga. You still gotta get your squad right so you can have that buffer between you and the fuck shit. But back to the chat. Let me see you where you had got up to the chairman.
No, we are to
Equinox Music. All right, Equinox Music. He said, "Word, you get that shit end of the stick after everything is said and done. These big labels always win. Once these rappers sees all those zeros, they think it's payday, but in reality, you gotta pay. Respect.
Talk about it.
Respect.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's why I think that now more than ever with the advancement, and the advance of social media, of like channels like this and Twitch and YouTube and platforms like that, I think it's best for a lot of these up and coming artists to then grow their own name and grow their own network, because the game has totally changed. There's no more like official A&Rs. There's no more like record stores. Everything is digital, right? So technically speaking, you could invest into your own brand and utilize these same channels and then build yourself up. Because if you are already an entity and you're already a business, then when you go to a label, they got to offer you a label deal. Don't just sign you as an artist. Sign you as an artist, producer, an engineer, as a whole entity. Then you're worth more, because then that advance check goes from maybe $250 to $1 million with different different kind of guidelines, as opposed to just, okay, listen, you owe us this much money. There's different stipulations. That's why I'm a very, very big proponent of the unsigned artist being an independent entity until the label or time of situation is right.
100%. And speaking of that, like in the Twitch chat, Red Moon says, or you can put a payment down on a home and be different, where you don't portray a lifestyle that you don't have to others who also don't have. And I think that's interesting, because there's a quote that goes like, I think it's 90%, and it's not official, but it says that 90% of millionaires become so through real estate.
Correct.
So, if you're getting a check for $1 million, $2 million, even 500,000, that's enough to say, all right, cool. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take a piece of this check and I'm going to invest it. So God forbid a situation does happen where the label is not allowing you to release music, you making your money elsewhere.
Correct.
Right. And that's, it's crazy. It's not even a new thing, because you see the person sitting behind me, right? You feel me? So even even Nas wasn't on that type of mental when he was in the game, when he really was at the peak of his career. Like, he wasn't into investing. He wasn't into like trying to get residual money. He was just thinking about music and educating people. And now you see him really getting into that more, where he's investing into technology in Silicon Valley and different things. Whereas Jay-Z was more of that mindset from an earlier state. You feel me? So it's not even a new thing. And I feel like these younger artists, like, I don't even know if there's someone to blame, because like we always say, it's 2019. You feel me? So information is there. Like, there's no excuse.
Yeah.
Like, there's literally no excuse. You could, if you want to know, you can find it. You feel me? So
you just gotta Google it.
Right. Real quick, right? So in regards to, like I said, so real estate, yes, it's a good investment, but it's a long-term play. Because, for example, if you buy a house that's worth $250 and you have a 30-year fixed mortgage, you're gonna wind up paying about $600,000 within the next 30 years because of interest and everything like that. So what happens is, a lot of these young people, they want a quick flip. So you coming from a hustler perspective, you give me $200K, I'm gonna buy 200 pounds of some fire from California and make and make a bill. You know what I'm saying? Because they're looking for instant gratification. You know what I'm saying? So of course, real estate is a good long-term play, but in order for you to stay consistent and stay relevant, you got to play with that money, because there's a lot of other ways that you can make a quick flip to then reinvest and stay relevant in the music industry.
Right.
I mean, you're right too. And there's another quote, Warren Buffett, and he says something along the lines of, somebody asked him, like, if you're so rich, how come everybody else isn't rich? And he said, because they don't have patience. And that's simply all it is. And I just want to go to the chat real quick, because as I'm reading through, I see a couple people basically saying what we were. Julian the God Music says, once I get the bag, only thing I'm doing is buying a crib for my mom and saving the rest, because you never know what could happen. I don't care how famous I get. I will not put myself in a place where I can be in the same spot I'm in now. I respect it.
But how's he gonna pay the label back? You put down payment on the house, you buy that stuff, whatever. You still have to pay for studio sessions, mixing and mastering.
That's true. Yeah.
Marketing, visuals. So you got to. The whole point of the budget is to recoup that money back. So
it's an investment.
Exactly. How you gonna pay the label back if you're buying a crib? You're not gonna see the residuals on that for at least 10, 15 years.
Yeah, so it's a big fucking difference.
But it comes down to spending your money the right way, though, because like I said before, like you still have to put money into marketing, you still have to put money into the studios, you still have to do all of that. And going to the chat, somebody said something that was very interesting. I just want to go through, but the ex-chairman says, buy you a little gold chain, Rolex, BMW, some decent clothes. I'm just going to skip through a bit and go back to what Newborn says. He says, build your own studio, have your own producers on deck, working with you out your studio. The key is not to need the labels.
Right,
very
exactly.
Very
Big facts. Ocean Walls, thanks for tuning in again. We appreciate you every week. Julian the God Music say, J. Cole is a perfect example of that. You don't have to show off your cash and still be fucked with. And the funny thing is, niggas be thinking J. Cole don't, and he be having on some fly shit. They just don't know about it, and it looks simple, but it's still some like $1,000 shit or like hundreds of dollars of shit. So it's crazy. Shaisha, thank you for tuning in.
Two things with that. With J. Cole, two things. One, not everybody got blessed with a Jay-Z cosign.
Oh, okay. Talk about it.
Number two, J. Cole is smart because when he recoup his money from streaming, he gets it from the publishing, production, and from a composer side. So he gets the whole bucket. So all the streams that he gets everything because he produces his own shit with 0 features. So he saved all that money. You know what I'm saying? In-house production himself, his own production, his own lyrics, ASCAP BMI, all himself.
No, that's a fact. And that's how you hustle correctly. And that's the way they got to teach people. They got to teach them how to do it correct. And I mean, the J. Cole song definitely helped him. But at the end of the day, that man is smart. You feel me? And he's not the smartest in the world. He probably tell you himself.
Yeah.
But if you do things right the first time, you don't got to worry about it. And a lot of these, that is the playbook. I'm not even gonna say a lot of these. That's the playbook. They do shit wrong the first time and then cry and beg somebody to do something. And that's what Africa was talking about when he's like, y'all blow the bag.
He just tuned in, by the way.
Word, shout out King African Mac, yo. But you blow the fucking bag in our faces and then be like, oh, the label won't let me release music. And the only reason why you're saying that is because the money's shortening up. Like, because you're not gonna give a fuck if your pockets is good. Come on, let's keep it 1,000.
Right. So, yo, shout out to Africa though, man, because you the one that created this topic, bro. But I want to point out something that's very interesting too that I brought up earlier. The situation with Frank Ocean. Frank Ocean literally finessed the whole game when it comes to being with the label. He released 2 albums the night that he released one album the night before he was supposed to, his contract ended, and that was the Little Whack album, and then released one right out after that was actually the good album, and that's the one that everybody listened to. And what did he do? He was able to eat off of that entirely. So, I think it's, you use the labels as a tool. You can't just rely on it 100%.
Yo, just like money. That's the thing, niggas. It depends on your mind state. It depends on what you covet and what you understand is a tool to be used to advance your life. Like it's just your mind state. And we got to teach it. We got to spread the awareness somehow. Yo, shout out Brick Wolfpack for tuning in, Brody. Shout out the whole Wolfpack familia. B.
Shout out DJ Fame for tuning in too, man. Iron Line Zion, thank you for tuning in, y'all.
Wolfpack NYC repping right here, baby.
Yes, sir. Frank King Africa Max says Frank Ocean is the GOAT. So is Master P.
Master P. That's the real GOAT. Master P got the blueprint for everybody, man, from selling out the back of his, back of the fucking trunk, selling mixtapes out, funding his own shit. But I'll keep it funky, man. You want to take it there without dry snitching. A lot of these labels came up off of hustle money.
Yeah.
Look at all the.
They're still not doing it anymore. That's the key.
Yo, America love the bad guy, man. America love the bad guy. They front and act like they moral and shit, but the bad guy always wins.
And no, because if you want to be technical,
no, hell no, not hate. Hell
fundamentally speaking, that's how this country was born and raised off of drug money. So you know what I'm saying. So if labels want to do that shit, whatever, want to come up and utilize it to clean the money, I'm all for it. Listen, man, I come from the trap, man. I respect it. That's a fact.
Yeah. And Twitch, Cooler Than Mint says, Chance is another example. And on Instagram, Shaisha says, learning how not to blow a bag. Take the little money you earn and invest in learning how to become all the things you're going to need. Then you start earning and saving without blowing a bag. Right. And I mean, that goes to going to the OGs. Like, if you are going to be spending money going to the expensive studios, go there not to take selfies and say, yo, I'm in this studio, I'm working with this artist. Actually learn from them. Like, that's what I would be doing. But that's just who am I?
Yo, Iron Lion's Eye said, big up. People go broke in 45 minutes buying fronts and having hookup parties. Like, what, nigga?
Fronts and hookup parties.
Oh, where's the lie? Where's the lie?
Where's the lie?
So you know what? If you want to make some money, be the pimp and provide the hookers.
Exactly. Yo,
double tip.
Too much game. We got to do a pay-per-view for this.
I think at this point, here's the main question. Should we continue to feel bad for these artists that are getting signed to these labels?
No.
Well said.
Well said.
No.
Well said. Well, with that said, let's move on to the next topic, man. Let's see what we got going on over here. All right. So we got clout chasing. Recently, Bow Wow put out this video. Lil Bow Wow. I still call him Lil Bow Wow because that's how he looks in my eyes. But
no respect for the
I grew up to him being Lil Bow Wow, so he's forever gonna be Bow Wow. Not no Shad Moss. I don't know who that is. It sounds like a football player.
Shad. God, Jesus. Right, let's just put it up.
Hey, hip hop, man. We gotta get back to what this shit is supposed to be about. The music. You know, we gotta stop the clout chasing. We gotta stop the recording each other, beating up on each other. If you want to do that shit, man, go to UFC. Take some boxing lessons. Go box. Go be an athlete. This is about music and hip hop. You know, our forefathers laid down a beautiful foundation for us to continue on and carry the torch and walk on. And it's like my youngest, man, y'all just stepping all over it and turning it into something that ain't supposed to be about. Let's get back to the bars. Let's get back to making good music for the people, man. You know, it's to the point to where that's why I'm glad this about to just be my last thing. I got one thing I owe the people, and that's it. I'm done. I'm out of hip hop. I don't even want to listen to rap no more. Nothing. I'm removed. I just want to host, act, and go the other way because I can't be a part of this, man. This is sad.
We back. So first thing I want to address is I want to know what he owes the people. That's my first
this
question.
Nigga asked that question and I was dying because what somebody in the comments said who he owed Jermaine Dupri or some shit like
he
that.
owed Birdman another album.
He owed
20-second timeout. 20-second timeout. Coach. Yo, your boy Bow Weezy has the audacity about cloud chasing. Son, if you Google cloud chasing, you see Bow like this.
Yo, wait, let's not forget Bow Wow is the inventor of the Bow Wow challenge.
Facts. You see this
exactly, that's the definition of cloud chasing. So who is he talk?
Word. Well, I mean, that goes to the bigger question though. Has it gone too far where people are taking these chances and posting themselves in front of things that they don't own, buying things they don't need, meeting people and just chasing clout, just wanting this clout token in their pocket? Like, has it gone too far? When does it stop? Like, clout can get you into places where you shouldn't even be. I found that. I'm not even gonna go there, but let me know what y'all think.
Jay-Z said it fine. Jay-Z said it best, man. You American pie, stop playing yourself. Like, you're playing yourself. Khaled, congratulations, you played yourself. Once the people know the real, your credibility's done. That's why.
Wait, bro, because we go back to the 6ix9ine shit again.
Oh God.
You feel? Oh God, I hate it. I'm mad. I brought it up because usually Deem would, but I knew he was gonna do it anyway, so I might as well. Bro, his thing is he feel like 6ix9ine could drop something right now, and that shit will like touch the top of the charts.
You know, but I'm gonna tell you something right now. I would tend to agree with him because the culture that we live in now, a lot of these young kids, they don't have OGs that's educating them properly and telling them about morals and values. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, like, they don't give a fuck about the whole snitching policy. They're just thinking about the bag. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care about, oh, yo, he a snitch, all that. Oh, it's caring about, yo, he has chart topping. The reason why 6ix9ine was so successful because he was the master at manipulating the algorithms. Because he knew that if you talk about certain topics and you do crazy shit, people are gonna like it, comment, and repost it, and engage. Once they engage, the IG algorithms that then post his shit more. He just knew how to finesse it.
Message. Message. Yo, that was mad game. This nigga just gave out. If y'all was listening, y'all was listening. If you wasn't, you wasn't. My dog is wilding right now. But in the chat, let's see. CC Baby said by Weezy. Iron Lion says, look at thrashing. Thrashing who? He pretended to be a thug. Oh, Tekashi. He pretended to be a thug and now he's in jail snitching. Nah, that boy have hits after hits. LAUD. You talking about Tekashi? Get the fuck.
No, but you listen, 11 for 11.
You're right. You're right.
I'm not co-signing his snitch behavior whatsoever. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, like, yeah, he do got hits. He got hits for days. Again, because all that shit started from social media. Same thing with Cardi B. Before Bacardi, Belcalis, let's call it by name. Before Belcalis was a rapper, Belcalis was a stripper. And I don't hate on strippers because, yo, I love strippers. You know what I'm saying? What I'm saying is that she blew up because she was an Instagram personality. She was very engaging and people were able to kind of like see themselves in her because she was real. She utilized that platform, became a mixtape artist, then became a fucking Grammy winning artist. So it's all about the social media content. I don't think she was clout chasing, but again, manipulating the social media algorithms to become famous and go viral. And that might just be smart. Keep it. You can't even say nothing. King Africa Mac.
Go ahead.
King Africa Mac said, "Clout chasing been out since the beginning of time. Motivated War. What's up, Brody?" He says when Bow Wow posted the pic of the Benzes and PJs acting like it was his, he was done. Facts. Shaisha was good. Facts. Iron Lion Zion says we live in snitch culture. Right. It's cool to tell. Ex-chairman says we got fake gangbangers. That's some weak shit. Golden D, thank you for tuning in. Moving forward, yes, facts. He was dropping gems right now. Newborn, thanks for that one. Fact. You see, you was dropping gems, bro.
She really had homies behind him though. Like his homies from Brooklyn, whatever. Those are some real G's, whatever.
Yeah, of course.
You know what I'm saying? So end of the day, I can't comment on his validity as a big homie and whatnot at all, but I know the people that was behind them was the big homies. I know that from firsthand.
Definitely.
Yeah, I mean, but I think
go ahead, bro.
I just want to say, like with 6ix9ine, I think it's beyond the clout chasing with him. I think if you are gonna say that he's I don't think he was clout chasing. I think he was trolling, and I think he utilized everything from a marketing perspective, a personality perspective. The difference between trolling and clout chasing, I would say, all right, clout chasing is when a human being tries to gain this sort of fame for absolutely nothing. Trolling, on the other hand, is coming in and doing that.
If I may, please, right?
Go ahead.
So, the whole clout chasing shit. Oh my God, I know you guys could attest to this. I cannot fucking stand when you see these rappers that go to like Interscope or go to like Atlantic Records, take a picture by the fucking emblem.
Yes.
So we work.
Right.
That's clout
right.
chasing.
Working.
Oh my God. I can't comment on this.
Oh, nah. The best one is when they catch that selfie with a famous person. They're like, yo, wait till you hate that. Where do you hate what we working on?
I took a picture with fucking Funkmaster. I took a picture of Funkmaster Flex. Me and the bro Flex, we working. Hashtag we working. Shut up.
We working.
That's clout chasing. That is clout chasing.
Yo,
On the other hand,
all-time high.
6ix9ine was trolling. He was the definition
you're
of
right.
a troll. And that's
Right,
what worked
right.
for him because we fell in love with the troll personality. And it's why I said if 6ix9ine gets released tomorrow morning and drops a song, drops a video, the internet is breaking. It is breaking.
It is. It is.
Because that's what we fell in love with. But
I
to the
respect it.
chat, because it's jumping right now, man.
Ex-chairman, that's where we was at, Birdie.
Ex-chairman, which one? Oh, he said everyone trying to be something they not, pretending to be gangbangers, trying to fight actual street niggas that will pull their card. 100% true.
Yep.
He's cool. Iron Lion Zion says he's cool if you're 14 and still got allowance from mommy and daddy. Shy says he don't care if he's snitching. Them people were never his real people. He probably want them in jail too.
That's true. Because they was doing him filthy. They was doing him filthy.
100%.
Taking his money, fucking his baby moms, all that shit.
Cece says she was talking about Bow Wow. I'm not sure what happened with that. King Africa Max says, does Tekashi have hits or was it the hype? Blueface wouldn't be hot if he wasn't viral. I think Tekashi had hits. He had hits.
Tekashi had hits, yo.
Unfortunately, he had hits.
That genre because that's a young shit, but you can't front. You put on Tekashi record in the clubs. And from a motor perspective, that shit was shaking.
Yeah. Yo, type shit. Other artists would play his songs before they set to get the crowd live.
Yep.
Like, you feel me? Like
he cracked the algorithm when it came to music and being able to transfer energy. There was energy in his music. Like, and we're living in an era where everybody's talking about lean and talking about drugs, and all the songs is at like this 80 BPM slow down range. But Tekashi's coming out. Beat me with the rob is let me get a start. Like you hear that and you want to start punching people in their face. I don't want to punch somebody in their face to mask off. I'm sorry, it just doesn't.
Yeah, he reminded me of like a Puerto Rican Mexican version of Onyx.
Oh, I was thinking DMX too. That's what was in my head.
Oh God,
the energy.
The energy. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like when you hear party up, bro, like you can't not stop yourself. You can't.
You twisted. Your girl's a hoe.
Everybody knows.
Exactly.
In the chat, Shy says, I don't think he's a snitch. If they were his real people, I don't think he'd snitch. He'd hold it down. You got to explain that because he did snitch, didn't he? Isn't it like
he did? But the reason why? Because, like I said, they were taking like 80% of his show money.
Yeah, yo, I heard, bro.
And there were rumors that they was fucking with baby moms.
I believe, well, of course, they was fucking with his baby moms, bro. Yeah. You know that bitch probably.
How you gonna be loyal to niggas that robbed you fucking baby mom? I'm not condoning it by any means. I'm not. But what I'm saying is, we supposed to look out for them.
Yeah. Nah, you're right. Fuck all that. No,
they ain't stealing from you. They legit were stealing.
They stole hella money from you.
80% of the songs, bro. He was supposed to get fucking like 150 for a booking. He was getting like 40. How, Sweat?
Oh God. Yo, oh my God. Iron Lion Zion says, I remember when rappers were actually tough. Ex-chairman says, I'm gonna hold my peace on Cardi. Iron Lion Zion says he had homie snitching. In my day, OGs were actually tough. Let me see. I'm gonna skip forward a little bit. Equinox Music says they know how to finesse that FOMO. Yo, Diddy the Nation, thank you for tuning in, Brody. Ernst, what up, Brody? Thank you for tuning back in.
But thank you for clarifying the difference between cloud chasing and trolling.
Facts.
That's a very good distinction. I appreciate that, Deem.
Yeah, thank you. Somebody said Professor Deem too. Who was that? Who was that? I saw that.
Right. Iron Lion Zion 45 said he just cursed and threatened to kill people and shit. King Africa Max said, but if Tekashi wasn't viral, would anyone care? You don't hear his new shit like that in the open like before or at a party.
Yeah, because a lot of DJs are not playing it because they don't condone his fucking actions.
It's that, and then as being a DJ, I don't know who's in the spot that don't want to hear 6ix9ine. You know, like I don't know if anybody has any personal relation to him, so I don't play him that much like anymore. Like
my boy, the infamous Amadeus from Shade 45, my bro, he refuses. He said, "I will not play." He said, "I don't condone snitching. I will not play another 6ix9ine record in my life." Period. And he stands by his shit.
I respect it. I hear it, and I'm separating the art from the artist, though. In my perspective, I'm separating it from it.
I can respect that.
If that's the case, it's all R. Kelly shit.
I respect. No, I separate the R. Kelly shit from.
We talked about this on the show.
Hell yeah, but that's how I feel about Vibes Cartel. Because at the end of the day, we don't know if he murdered. I'm never gonna say that nigga murdered somebody, especially not on air, nigga, on my show. You crazy?
Hold on, we gotta talk about
word boss.
I ain't talking about that one.
But like you, fuck it. Let's keep going. You're right. I'm not even gonna talk about that. Word boss.
What's happening in the chat? Chat jumping. Ernst says I'm over Tekashi. He let us all down. Where else we got?
Equinox Music says, but MOP did that with Annie Up back in the day. I mean, getting the crowd hype, so that's nothing new.
Yeah, all right. But here's the thing: Tekashi was able to do it over and over and over, switch the style up, and then continue doing it. It wasn't like he had one hit. Nah, he dropped 1 song, 2 song, 3 song. Then was like, you know what? Oh, y'all hating? I'm gonna drop a Spanish record.
11 for 11, but every fucking single charted, bro. 11 for 11.
That shit, that nigga really broke the algorithm, son. He demolished. Fuck breaking. He demolished that shit.
That's a fact.
Like in the chat, Motivated War said he snitched because they robbed. Oh, we said that because they robbed him and fucked his baby mom, and didn't they fake kidnap him too? They did.
That shit was on top of that, bro. Let me tell you something right now. He went to Chicago. He must have went like at 4:45 in the morning after scouting that shit out.
Yep.
You can ask my man Face Mall, the real OG from Chi-Town. Then listen, bro, that shit do not go down like that, bro. If they was in there all the time, it would have been finished.
Did we debunk that shit on this shit? Like, that was like,
he's smart. He's smart. And then didn't even deny it when they asked about it. He's like, nah, I was 10 seconds. I was there for like 5 seconds. What you talking about?
Laughing at niggas, man. King Africa Max says they didn't steal. You stupid. Steal from 6ix9ine. Don't believe the hype. Ask real Brooklyn niggas. Wow. 6ix9ine did what he do best. Switch the narrative. Oh shit. And King Africa is heavy in these Brooklyn streets. So you gotta elaborate more on that, Brody. Iron Lion Zahn said vibes to the world boss. Yes, King African Max said I fuck with 6ix9ine, but nah, B. Other than the fact he a rat, I don't think it was a thing special. Meek Mill got the same style too. 6ix9ine just arrogant. Ooh, okay.
I don't know.
I don't think it would work for Meek Mill. Like they probably just shoot that nigga or lock him up or something.
I think he's talking about style as in music. That's what he's talking about.
The aggressive, hold up, wait a minute.
Tekashi might have bust a blood vessel, nigga. That nigga is like
Meek Mill sounded more like the mic was at the other side of the room and he was trying to make sure that they could hear him.
Fuck out of here. Yo, Newborn says they played that kid, bro, and it backfired on them. Call it what you want. I mean, robbing him and fucking his baby moms. I don't know. Rhonda Rocks, thank you for tuning in.
Rhonda
she says
was
that's
good.
Right, that's right, King Africa Mac. Free World Boss. No, nah, Free Vibes Cartel. King Africa Mac. Migos able to keep shit hype like that. I think, but is Migos flame kind of like dying down, or you think they still?
I don't think so, bro. I just think that they're probably making strategic moves because remember, there's 3 of them, so they gotta like do it like artists at a time. You know, Offset just dropped his album. Then after that, it's Takeoff, then Quavo single, and then all of them together. So they're doing it smart. Plus, they got so much money. Let them live, bro. They're young black men. Let them fucking live off the fruits of their labor, son. Let them get pussy, fucking buy cars. It's all good. Quality control. They got other artists under that whole label. They doing it up, kid.
It's funny because Rhonda Rock said, I'm here for it. Africa said every single gonna chart if you only drop singles and no albums. It's smart, but don't think it's amazing. Rhonda Rock says none of Tekashi's accomplishments mean anything.
Damn, Rhonda.
Right. Say that. 11 for 11. You can't make somebody go download a record. You can't make them stream. It's the people that consciously make a decision to go on every streaming platform and support. Nobody forced someone to listen to music. So the fact that he went 11 for 11 on the Billboard, that's very relevant. I'm sorry. I disagree with Rhonda. Sorry, Mama.
Hey, if you got a counterpoint, we here for it.
My artist 11 for 11, I'll be a happy fucking camper.
Yo, what? 11 for 11 in anything is great, nigga. In anything. 11 for 11 water bottles is lit. Like, shit, it don't matter.
Yo, I just want to scroll down real quick. The X-Chair, they talk about Migos right now. They said Migos are the new Jackson 5.
Nigga said what the Yo, what is wrong with this niggas? Nigga said, yo, deadass, I used to think the Migos was a Hispanic nigga.
What? Think about it. Migos, the three
exactly. Niggas is stupid.
I get it. I get it. I get it.
Yo, goddamn. Equinox Music said Tekashi fans are all sheep, bro. I don't agree with that. Cause at the end of the day, I look at it like this sometimes. There's certain musics for certain situations. Like I'm not gonna listen to soca music if I'm reading a book. You feel me? I'm listening to soca music when I'm outside turning up. I'm kicking up dust. I'm jumping. I'm palancing, all that. You feel me? Yeah, right. You feel me? So it depends on like the situation. Like, so you could have some of the smartest people banging out some Tekashi shit like when they in the gym or something. So
that's where I found out that Tekashi was nice. I turned him on. I was working out. I'm like, oh, okay.
Strip club, Tekashi was on Smash. You see a lot of ass moving Tekashi. A lot of ass.
I mean, there's a lot of people agreeing with Ron.
Hold on, goddamn. Ern said he agreed. Ex-chairman agreed. Equinox agreed.
Agree on what?
Oh, no. Ex-chairman said Tekashi put on for NY, but Earns and them agreed with Rhonda saying none of his accomplishments matter.
All right, so
explain why. Wait, explain why first. Like, why?
If they were artists and they went for 11 for 11, how is that not relevant, though? Explain to me what was not relevant about that.
Yeah, explain exactly like why it didn't matter.
Son.
Yeah. I can't even, not even Drake has done that. Like, back to back to back, has he?
Not 11 for 11?
Nah, hell no.
Especially his first year of his career. We're talking about Tekashi's first major year too.
From fucking Gummo to the last shit.
Yeah, that was about 1 year that he started the first record that dropped, right?
18 months.
Almost. Yo, Flea Mason, what's goody, bro? Thank you for tuning in. Motivated will say, don't hate on the accomplishments just because he's not your cup of tea. Okay. Tekashi really had NY hype, is what Chairman said. Iron Line Zion says, I listen to gangster rap while I'm reading Edgar Allan Poe. Yo, what? Ex-Chairman said, I fuck with 6ix9ine energy. Iron Line Zion said, they just haters, bro. Tekashi was putting on Gummo. Ex-Chairman says, Mug, he never snitched. Everyone would be saying free 6ix9ine. Oh, I'm guessing if Ronda Rock saying,
well, the unfortunate truth is he did snitch, so it's not free 6ix9ine.
Right. Ronda Rock's in response said, you're saying relevance. They mean nothing now. I guess she's saying like his accomplishments means nothing. She's not speaking about relevance. She's just saying like they mean nothing. Yo, Mr. Toontom, thank you for tuning in. 11 for 11 in 11 months. That's what Motivated War said.
Word.
King African Max said, but 6ix9ine did it smart, no fairness, but he used the same style, same formula. It's not that hard. Newborn said he's king of the clout. Equinox Music says maybe it's just not my taste. He was cool till he got locked up for all the bullshit he was doing. Look at R. Kelly. Ernst World said for 6ix9ine it means nothing. For the industry it is relevant. Equinox Music said especially the pedophile shit. Damn, you ain't have to. Damn. Newborn said ain't nobody fucking with him when it comes to clout chasing. Iron Line Zion says, my nigga, he's a 5-foot Mexican that made $1 million. Shit, he made it.
You know what? We got to move on. Because y'all going off on 6ix9ine, man.
Come on, Mexicans though, man. Fuck that, bro.
Yo, we go to this next topic, man. Before Instagram cut us off, man. So we got a little question. This video came out. Let's play the video first, and then we'll come back to it.
All right, muting.
Whack. I mean, Kodak Black, the non-rapping rapper, said that he should be looked at in the same category as Nas, Tupac, and Biggie. He also said that Tupac and Biggie only became legends because they died. Duke, you're not dope. You're not a dope rapper. You have no skill set. You have no flow. You have no vernacular. Without the face tats, the wild hairdo, and the short stint in prison, you'd be working at UPS. You know, like Biggie said, don't be mad, UPS is hiring. That would be you. No disrespect to UPS. Comparing yourself to those dudes is a guy playing basketball in his backyard shooting air balls, comparing himself to an NBA player. You're not even a top 10 mumble rapper. The fuck out of here with that crazy shit.
Quality Time Network.
All right, so we back. So as you guys can see in that video, and I see the ex-chairman already already like went into it. He said, "What are the qualifications for a young legend?" King Africa Max says, "Rap report bugging." But that's the main question. What can we have a young legend? This comes up very often where these young kids come out and they drop record after record after record. For example, 6ix9ine, and it hits, and then as soon as somebody drops the L word, the legend, everybody goes crazy. But is there an age to being a legend? Like, can you be a certain age? And I use 6ix9ine, XXXTentacion as an example. The kid was very talented. He dropped music, but then his career unfortunately ended very, very early. Can we call him a legend? So, what are the age? What is the qualifications for it?
You know what? Even just listening to you just now, I was thinking something like, I feel like when it's an artist that passes away early in their career, you have to look at it as how long their music stands the test of time. But when it's somebody that actually is able to retire, you have to wait. You can't just call them a legend in the beginning of their fucking career, because you would have called R. Kelly a legend until now. You feel me? So you remember they say you better hope you're young or your heroes are older. So by the time you get older, they're dead. So you don't get to learn all their secrets and shit. Yep. That's what it is. You gotta wait. You can't just be throwing out that title or fucking. Yeah. You feel me? Like free, like that. That's a big fucking title to call somebody a legend. MJ, Prince, all these. Those are legends. Like you can't just call anybody a legend just because they nice at something for the moment.
Word. Like, if I could quote from one of my favorite movies as a kid called The Sandlot. Heroes get remembered, but legends never die. Right?
Ooh, real shit.
Word. On top of that, let's talk about this whole situation. Like for example, when people use the term freely, the GOAT. The GOAT is one word. It's the greatest of all time. Why the fuck everybody always using the GOAT emoji for somebody that did an accomplishment? A GOAT singular. It's not goats. You know. It's not it's not a goatee. It's singular. Stop throwing the word GOAT and stop throwing the term legend around so fucking freely. End of the day, for example, like a legend, like you said, has to stand the testament of time. So how the fuck is someone gonna die and then 8 weeks later he a legend? With all due respect, XXX was a pretty dope artist. He was unique. He wasn't my cup of tea, but I wouldn't consider him legendary because, quite frankly, nothing that he did will be considered legendary. He might have music I live on, but he's not a legend. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's not by any means. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know with X. I'm gonna get to it, but the chat is jumping. I just want to make sure that I don't forget anybody. We're gonna get back to that. So in the chat, I gotta scroll up a lot. Damn.
King Africa Max says he dropped a new single every 2 months, paired with mixy shit and social media antics and that peephole shit. Let me see.
What he did, what was legendary? Somebody on the chat.
What? No. That was 6ix9ine. That was 6ix9ine
from the 6ix9ine topic. I got a response for the X though. I got something.
We gonna skip forward. Ex-chairman says, what is the qualifications for a young legend? Let me see. Motivated War says, I fuck with Kodak, but he gotta calm down. King Africa Max says Kodak last statement was wild, but he made sense. How he made sense? Explain. Newborn says it's not his place to speak on though. Why you feel like rap is not his place? Mike Rap been in the culture.
You're not a legend. You're not a fucking legend.
No. He's saying it's not Mike Rap for place to speak on if Kodak is a legend or not. But I feel like that was more because he's white, and even he been in the culture for a minute, bro. He been around the legend, so like he knows what he's talking about. He's not just talking about his ass.
Because Michael Rappaport, he's a boom bap dude, so he don't fuck with that like trap and that young shit. So that's why he don't relate.
He grew up around Brooklyn, like in the 80s and shit. You
feel me? Michael Rappaport's relevant.
Yeah, facts. King Africa Max said yes, XXX was a young legend before. So was Tupac. But that's what I said. That's why I knew somebody was gonna bring up Tupac or Biggie or one of them and say, yo, I know he looks sick.
How do you say XXX and Tupac in the same sentence?
Hold on, real quick, bro. I knew somebody was gonna bring that up, and that's the reason why I said it got to be able to stand the test of time because Tupac and Biggie stood the test of time to this day. That's why they're legends. That's why Jay-Z is gonna be a legend after That's why XYZ is gonna be a legend.
Michael Jackson, the list
like
goes on.
All of them. X just passed away. How is he a legend? Like, even
if he was alive, what the fuck did he do?
All right, so I'll get into it just a little bit.
Damn.
All right, one of my qualifications for a legend is impact and what you do for a culture.
Okay.
X and his team, because it's not just him, single-handedly had a cult following to the point where the guy was charting and had no radio backings, no DJ backings. Nobody was behind him and really pushing him. It was just him and his label and his team. If you look at when he passed, he was right before he passed, he was already topping on the Billboard. He was already in the top 10 because right before he passed, it was him and Juice WRLD that was fighting for that #1 spot. After he passed, Juice WRLD didn't get to hit '1 with Lucid Dreams. X got up there. X was already impacting and had how many songs did we hear from X on the radio? How many DJs did we hear dropping besides Look at Me? How many songs did we hear or that people were actually pushing? So in my opinion, when it comes to impact, cultural impact, he had a group of kids. He had a group of young kids because his music was more than Look at Me. His music was, he talked about anxiety, depression, shit that some kids actually go through, things that it was the equivalent of the emo phase back in the early 2000s. And he effectively did that where people listened to his music over and over again because it healed them. So in my opinion, that's how I could say he's not a legend yet. As Lord said, we need to make sure his music can land the test of time. But within the year that he's passed, he stayed on the Billboard. His album has stayed on the Billboard that whole time.
Yo, bro, another thing that Iron Lion Zion made me realize just now, he said to be a legend, you got to reunite old and new school, and everyone has to feel you. And then I'm thinking about it. You talking right. I'm thinking about it. Yes. And you're talking about X, right? And X compared to Tupac, like Tupac and Biggie had two whole coasts of a country ready to murder each other. X don't got that pull, bro. Never did, never had. Like, I doubt he ever would, bro. You feel me? Like, that's why because Africa said Tupac was a legend before he passed, from what I understand. That's why Tupac was a legend before he passed, because niggas was ready to murder a whole coast of people for no reason.
If X was as successful as being an artist, all that shows me is how depressed America really is.
Hell yeah.
Because for the most part, all these young kids with no direction that sip lean and pop Xannies are listening to him fucking, doing all kind of wild shit. That's just a testament on how fucked up the youth is. Because most of his fans, like you said, are kids that want to fucking probably kill themselves. And that's fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he took that on a positive and utilized it as a form of expression so kids could deal with the anxiety and deal with the depression. But that's cool, and I respect that aspect of it, what he tried to do. But in terms of legendary, I do not think that in no way, shape, or form, any statistical category, outside of maybe some figures through fucking numbers, do you do with legendary. I'm sorry. Like, if we're talking about somebody that died early, look at Big L. Big L only had 2 albums. Lifestyles of the Poor and Dangerous and his Flamboyant album. A lot of people are like, oh, he only had 2 albums, he wasn't that impactful. People still bump Big L till 2019. He died in like 95.
But yeah, that's the question then. So if X's music is still being played 15 years from now, do we put him in that legendary? Do we put him in the legend category?
We don't know because it didn't test the time.
Yeah.
Well, if it does, to the
chat real quick. Yeah, you got it. You good.
Rhonda Rock says, I feel like this new generations of rappers don't want to put the time in. And that's valid.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
And Mike Rapp has said that before, like, because he spoke on this before, where he's like, motherfuckers listen to an album 1-2 times and they ready to call the shit legendary and people to go. And it's like, you ain't even have time to let the shit digest. Like, you ain't even hear like every bar, every flow, cadence.
You even finish the album.
Yeah, like, hey, you calling this shit legendary? Like,
these young kids, I call it the microwave mentality, instant gratification. Everybody loves LeBron. The minute he left Cleveland and went to Miami, everybody burned his jersey. You're only as good as your last hit. What have you done for me lately? People have the fucking mentality that, back in the day when the album came out, bro, you used to wait like 6 months to listen to a Jay-Z album, a whole year. And then when that shit came out, you used to stand online, Nobody Beats the Wiz and shit like that, whatever. I used to have
the Wiz, wow.
Personal connection. Now there's no more intimacy when it comes to the music because within a matter of moments, you upload it, you smoke an L, listen to the whole shit, all of a sudden, yo, legend. Get the fuck out of here. Microwave mentality, instant gratification, instant oatmeal. Fuck you.
I like instant oatmeal, though.
It's good. Whatever. You want to eat that shit every day?
I actually do.
Well, yeah, you're a health conscious. That's different.
Oh,
that's different.
What we got in the chat? What we got in the chat?
Yo,
going
in the
on?
chat
we
is
got
fucking
about 5
jumping.
minutes left, man.
All right, in the chat, I'm gonna try to run through this real quick. Iron Lion Zion said, because nigga, mother's listening to Tupac and he's been dead 23 years. That's legendary. Rhonda Rock says they make a few hot songs and they think they better than everyone. King Africa Max says, unpopular opinion, R. Kelly's music is more legendary than Ja Rule. That's beast. That's beast. Rhonda Rock says, to be honest, these artists today can't even make a full quality album. These 5-6 song EPs ain't it.
Yes.
Oh shit, few hot songs, no real album or projects.
Yep.
Rhonda Rock says, and most of the time it's only 1 or 2 that are playable.
Yep.
King Africa Max says XXX a legend because he broke the mold. The ex-chairman says Pimp C is a legend. Chris Brown is a legend. King Africa Max says Kodak, Pac, and Biggie, all Geminis, same subject matter, kind of.
Oh my God.
Y'all gonna make Torres' head explode like.
Put his hood on.
King Africa Max says in their respective states. Ex-chairman says XXX wasn't a legend. He appealed to emotionally depressed kids. Wow. King Africa Max, right? King Africa Max says XXX sold more than 6ix9ine before he died. Rhonda Rock says I agree with Deem about X. King Africa Max says XXX been charting. Any song he was on charted.
Okay.
Ex-chairman says so a legend is someone who makes it with
no label. I guess
who makes it with no label. Yo, DJ James Reed, thank you for tuning in. Newborn says XXX has good music. Africa says XXX change introduced a whole new style. X was still a boom bap rapper. He did have a couple like OD lyrical tracks where he was barring shit. I'm not even gonna hold you.
But nobody paid no mind up until he started doing like viral shit.
Look at me, yeah.
Stuff like that, whatever. Before that, nobody booked no XXX.
Nah, he was hitting numbers before that.
But
he was
is that his fault?
He was hitting millions of streams on YouTube before, way before that. So he had the audience. It's just it wasn't. That's what I was saying. He had no backing. He had no radios behind him. He had no DJs. He was mainstream without being mainstream.
Well, you don't.
And that's the world that we live in now.
You don't need that. Like you said, look, the reason why you and LAUD are going to be successful because you're utilizing your own platform, multiple fucking streams. You don't need no fucking label. Y'all going to blow.
Exactly.
Word.
Word. That's a fact.
Facts.
That's on whack too. Appreciate that, bro.
Facts. Motivated War said, but X got kids. Facts. That's on whack. X nigga. Motivated War said, but X got kids uplifting each other and stopping them from committing suicide. King Africa Max says, them emo niggas would murder us. Yo, niggas is like. Eliza says, the amount of jewels this man dropping is cracking my floor. King Africa Max says, XXX charted higher than 6ix9ine before he died. He repeated himself. Big DJ James Reed said, Big L legendary. Facts. Ex-chairman says, Max B is legendary. Nigga, what? King Africa Max says how much time left?
Yo, speaking of like 3 minutes, bro, we got like 1 minute left.
We got 1 minute. All right, I'm gonna skip forward. I'm skipping forward. King L 6ix9ine has Jews pushing his music. What? Jesus Christ! XXX had a cult following before 6ix9ine. Same thing you just said. If XXX needed the viral shit, so did 6ix9ine. A lot of relevant artists have shouted out Max. Wiz Khalifa checked Kanye over the use of the word wavy. But that don't make him a legend. But DJ James Reed says Joyner Lucas has potential to become something great. Facts. If he has, I think he needs better promotion and like better management. King Africa Max, but I mean like everywhere. I'm sure we hear Pac more than Max right now. Honestly, we about to run out of time.
Yeah, we about to run out of time. Yo, let's bring it back to Torres, man. Yo, once again, appreciate you for coming on the show.
Make sure you follow me on all platforms. Torres 1PR. Love you.
Yes. Oh, you already did it. You already did it.
Right, yo.
I was about to drop it. He was like, "Oh,
it's your boy, Lord. Always, Lord Sama on the gram. Check me out, and you already know who else it is.
DJ Deem, thank y'all for tuning in. Make sure y'all go check us out, watch everything, and tell your friends and family. Tomorrow night, Pull Up with the Sticks, 8 p.m. Make sure y'all tune in for that with Mr. Favorite. Other than that, we'll see y'all next week. Somebody getting paid out tonight, by the way. Stay tuned. Check y'all DM. And shout out to everybody on Twitch. I see y'all. I hope y'all enjoyed y'all rewards. That's it, y'all.
And YouTube and Periscope. You trying to run this Torres video one more time?
Yes, let's do that.
Let's do that. Right, yo. See y'all later. See y'all next week. It's love always. Thank you for tuning in.
Yes, sir. Now look upon this idiot right here. So this person, first thing first, fried jerk. Pick one. Pick one. You either fried or you jerk. You know how do two of them. Jerk is different from fried. When you fry, you fry. When you jerk, you jerk. Anyway, me did have to Google search this because I never hear about tuna before. Me know tuna, but not tuna. Like, me not understand what is tuna. And next thing to me, never see jerk tuna in my life. Like, me don't know how you jerk the tuna. And by the way, what is tuna? Explain. What you do? Put it in your mouth, chew it up, and then spit it out in the frying pan. That's why you call it tuna, because you chew it up. Don't get me wrong, me dyslexic. But it look like you have a dyslexic phone. Look like spell check even quit for you. So no, me done with you. You idiot. Me done with you. Then she talk about white rice and gravy with some hot pepper sauce. Listen, I don't agree with that. Me don't know what that look like diarrhea. That look like doo-doo water. That gravy don't look nice. Something right about that gravy. As a matter of fact, the whole plate don't look nice.